When you have a mobile workforce or you have access to social media, your enterprise gets distended from this controllable perimeter to people operating in all different environments, and you have to extend your security envelope out to whatever they're doing. To maintain their productivity, you can get a lot out of this, but it enhances your risk surface, as it were. Now, you then need to think of it from the point of view of, have I got the right security in place that when someone takes their mobile device out of the office, the security envelope goes with them. You can try and manage the device, but as people bring in their own devices, which makes them more productive, what you need to do is look at that device and say, most of the stuff they do on there, really I don't really mind. It's if they're checking Facebook, if they're looking at the news, or using a betting app or whatever it is, really I don't mind. But there's an area on there, a container, within which that's my company information. So you secure the tunnel that goes out to that wireless device, you secure the data on that device, and then wherever that device goes, your security envelope goes with it. And that's the way businesses need to think. You're not securing a physical environment anymore, you're not securing a network, you're not creating a perimeter. What you're trying to do is create a security envelope that will flex as your employees move. And then you can combine the productivity of those employees. You can attract people who want to use their own devices, but it doesn't increase your risk surface because you've already got the right infrastructure in place that your security will flex based on what the employees do.
There are a lot of benefits, obviously, for a company using mobile devices, so that they are a good thing to do, but you have to use them in a sensible way. And don't put a blanket ban or a blanket set of rules. We all say, bring your own device is good, bring your own security is not. If I'm responsible for my corporate information, I'm going to tell you what the security is. Now, depending on the nature of your job, your work style, the information you need, I may be very open in terms of flexibility you can have with your mobile device. Other ends, I'm going to be more constrained. In either case, I'm going to want you to protect the username and password that you use to access my systems. And so that's where I'm going to want you to have some kind of physical constraint, physical protection for your screen.
Mobile technologies are a fantastic thing for businesses. They enable you to cut costs, to do things, keep in touch with customers, your suppliers in ways that just wasn't possible a few years ago. But with that comes a variety of different security problems. You do have to make sure that they're used properly, that the devices are secure, that data on it is encrypted, that the access they have to corporate information is limited.
In our modern workplace, employees are accessing confidential customer data in all different environments on all different devices. And that means that it's even more important than it used to be for companies to take adequate steps to protect its visual data, wherever company data is being looked at on whatever device.
Well, it creates a number of additional challenges because you have less oversight of company devices if people are out of the workplace network. So, I think you have to look at things like authentication, encrypting of data over when people access it from outside the workplace domain. And then there's also issues around maybe theft of devices that have, access to networks or data on them. So there's a number of challenges, but I think that's about good compliance and enforcement.